welcome back to IESF 14 World Esports Championship Bali 2022. Still with me, Brenda Kwan, and as we know, on the previous match, we have Sri Lanka to get the chicken, and congratulations to Sri Lanka. And for this match, who will we get the chicken for their dinner? Without any further ado, I would like to pass all this session to our amazing casters. There has Aldoge and also Chuchu. So, Chuchu and Aldoge, are you ready? Yeah, of course. So, to the casters, please
Brenda.
take it away.
Thank you. And again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 14th World Esports Championship by IESF. PUBG Mobile with me, Aldoge, and also...
Choo-choo. I'm just choo-choo. But speaking of which, I love you guys. All outfits here amazing today. I mean, like, I love how the outfit for the outer coat coming up from the side of Brenda. You have amazing shirt as well.
Thank you.
But welcome back. Since we are talking about A versus B, we're down to the match number 2. Finally, we have different flags flying.
Yeah, it's the first for Sri Lanka, right, for the winner chicken dinner.
Yeah.
And I really like because the next is my favorite map again, Miramar. So I'm really curious how the gameplay will be going because I think it's quite different from the first day.
Yeah.
Donna actually mentioned 2 days for them to do another strategy, brainstorm, and all the things like that. And I think it happens quite good, especially for Sri Lanka and Iraq, because Iraq just got a lot of eliminations.
I mean, like, this is the thing about Iraq, right? If you just recall back about day number 1, they always have a great push at the start.
Yeah.
Then by the end of the day, they start to, where's Iraq? They went missing, like, hello, So they're a bit quiet by the later of the day. So hopefully that's not the case here. But before that, we're gonna start the game later on. We're speaking of Miramar, definitely it's gonna be a lot of sniping moments. Hopefully it's going to be a smooth sailing one as well.
Yeah,
I'm really worried right now.
but that's what I'm waiting for, the sniping moment. I really
Yeah.
like to see the DMR, bold action, and kind like that. But yeah, for you guys at home, do not forget to support your nation or even the other team if you like it, and do not forget to put the hashtag. And don't forget to follow all the social media for the IESF because the event is so amazing. It's not only PUBG Mobile, a lot of games, and the games are lit. Especially for me, yesterday Mobile Legends Bang Bang games is so amazing. Oh my
I can
god!
see.
Yeah.
I was going somewhere else, and the way he said, like, this is just too good. He won't even move. He don't even reply anybody else. I was asking for his help. He didn't even reply me because the game is just too good.
Oh, sorry, Chichu.
No, it's so funny because he's like at all. For the game was really amazing, by the way. It's just so intense. Same goes for the other game titles as well. I mean, like, we have so many, 6 of them, but at the same time, before that, we definitely want to thank of all our sponsors.
Oh, yeah.
None other than that, we have the main sponsor, JHL Group. We're also sponsored by JHL Auto, Nusa Pay, DAS, Good and Crypto, Taiwan Excellence, Portamina, Hydro Coco. We don't have the drinks here today, by the way. Our official telco partner, Telecom Cell. And also we have our official smartphone partner, if you guys can see, the Samsung Galaxy A series. And then the internet service provider partner, IndiHo, our travel management partner, Yin. Thank you so much. Our hotel partner, where we are at right now, it's going to be Marusaka Hotel. It's going to be really risky to say that. And also Episode Hotel. And our eSport broadcast partner, Miniski Global, IFVL, and ESID, and production partner, Lemon ID. We have our media partner, Transstudio, Detikcom, Esports.id, Video.com, Dunia Games, Dance TV, Dance Play, Merah Putih, Bola Score, and Kami Bijak.
Yeah, Kami Bijak. And also want to say thank you so much for the government support. Kemenpora, and then Kemenparekraf, KONI, and NOC Indonesia, and also Wonderful Indonesia. So for you guys who are in Bali, do not forget to join IESF. Again, not only the game, but the exhibition. All the events are amazing in here. And do not forget the Wonderful Indonesia. So in Bali, you go to here, and also another region, maybe in Indonesia, do not forget to spend your day, spend your week, and maybe because the final will be at 7 until 11 of December
7-Eleven.
2022. Yeah, 7-Eleven. I really miss that place.
They should sponsor here as well because of the date,
Yeah.
But speaking of this, are you guys ready for the play-ins here as we're walking straight into Miramar in a couple of seconds. Let's get straight our second day in the second game. Not yet.
Miramar.
Miramar.
Let's go.
Let's go. we've been pranked again as always. But back to us about the game later on. Now I'm looking for the rise of Group B.
The rise of Group B, okay.
They got elimination, but it's just they don't get the closure for the eliminations. So I mean like the chicken dinner. So we're waiting for someone in Group B to rise up to the occasion, to step up the game, to show us what they're made of.
I totally agree with that because the previous day, the first day of PUBG Mobile play-ins, it is not good for them. They do not get a lot of points, but when they play with the Group C, actually they can give another chance for them. Like Vietnam, if I'm not mistaken, just got to winner chicken dinner, and also the other team. So I hope, while you guys facing the Group A, do not fear their game style. You can also show your best gameplay, and I really hope to see that in this game.
Yep, I agree. But back to the side of Vietnam, yeah, they managed to secure last day and the last Sunhawk map for the first day as well. But the thing is, the thing about Group B, they are very aggressive when it comes to eliminations, but the timing is just inappropriate. They're too aggressive in the early game, so they're trying to be aggressive. Yes, it's okay, go on, because right now, I cannot hear my own voice right now, so please stop. So also, speaking of which, they are a bit too aggressive in the early game, making them just easily being the target. You know, the thing about PUBG Mobile, any Battle Royale game in fact, in general, players don't rotate based on the direction. They based on the compass is made of the sound of the gunfire.
Oh, that's true.
So the moment they just open fire way too early and way too much, it just causing them to be a center of attraction. So everybody start to make them as the bullseye or the target. And that's how they always get eliminated, even though they always got themselves good elimination points. I think they should be careful about their timing of opening fires.
Yeah, that's actually the downfall when you did a lot of fights, especially at the early. So that way, I really enjoy how the players, if they can do a play while they do not meet any other teams at the beginning, because I think up until the third zone, what they need to do is play to the play zone, not only at the safe zone, because they need to have a good spot to play up until the late game. If you had a lot of fight at the beginning, you will, first of all, you will be the center of attraction. The other team will know the place, the exact place of your team. The other one is you already reduce your utility. You already reduce all the things that you need to be used at the late game. So that way, I think your opinion is totally right when it comes to the Group B. They intend to fight at the beginning, and sometimes, or maybe a lot of times, especially in Battle Royale, too much, it is not good for them.
I mean, like we do want it to be action-packed, but at the same time, the prize pool and also the dignity, also the name of the country is at stake. There's too much at stake, And worst part, we only have top 3 for the prize pool. Imagine if you have 1 point difference. Okay, this is what happened. I'm gonna tell you. I'm actually still looking over the PMGC, right? I mean, if you guys, we all following it because that's gonna be the globals of the developer games itself. So in that tournament, HVVP, in that case, it's only 1 point. Are we looking over something similar like this when it comes to the number 3rd and 4th, since 4th going empty-handed?
Yeah, last night was crazy.
I mean, it was devastating.
Yeah, especially for HVVP. Only the difference is only one with Inco, right? But again, that's Battle Royale, and I hope it doesn't happen in here because they travel so far, and I hope they can give their best, even though they do not win, they still give their best.
At least they're not regretting. That's the thing about. You know what? It's always like we've seen a lot of games. We've cutted a lot of games as well. There's so many people saying that it's just the first day. It's okay. But it's the first day that actually going to haunt you back in the end of the day. Because why didn't you do so well in the first day? So it's just going to be that minute point difference. So it's just that going to be it's gonna be that last minute issue thing that haunted you back in the last minute too. And I'm like, that's gonna be really bomb in the head.
Yeah, so yeah, we can see that if you play good enough from the beginning, it will help you at the end because you don't have a lot of tasks to do. So if you play quite bad at the beginning, I think you have a
You have to do something right
you
now.
have to do something. There's a pressure in there. But again, so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. So we have a technical issue, but we want all the players to play the best of them. So that way, we are still waiting. We are still fixing around. But I think we can say prediction.
I mean, like, what to predict today? I have no clue, honestly.
No clue?
Speaking. I mean, like, if we're talking A versus B. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna pick a team that nobody actually giving
Who is
highlight
that?
to.
Who's that?
Let's go for Azerbaijan for once.
Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned a lot when it comes to the first day.
Okay, so I have to change it now.
No. I mean, like at in terms of gaming, in terms of
Okay.
their gameplay.
You know what? I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change to Senegal
Senegal.
because the player's like freaking tall.
Oh yeah, I really want to have a picture with him. He's more than 210 centimeters.
I mean, I need to take a picture with him, but it's just, even though he's so tall, but I cannot find him when we're off the stage.
Yeah.
He's so popular
Hey,
right now.
He's so popular. He's so good at hiding too, I guess.
I mean, like, he's tall. How did he hide himself?
Yeah.
Is he, like, he's one of the players behind, right? Where's your tall friend for Senegal players?
At the first day, Senegal are playing at the
I did-
front, if I'm not mistaken.
I think they're still playing at the front, right? Those are Senegal players, is it?
Oh, this one. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. Yeah, super tall. I mean, like, we like to actually have a look over our shoulders because the players just literally watching us from the back. Sometimes they're like giving us this death stare, you know?
Yeah, but again, we want them to play their best. So yeah,
Yeah.
we are still waiting.
Oh, which your pick?
Oh, that's a good. I just want to have a distraction in the beginning. So for me, I think I want to pick Pakistan for.
Because of like, last match just now.
No, actually, I really like how they play.
Oh, yeah.
But today, I guess their day. They already have or figured out how to play at the middle because at the first day I said Pakistan is a really consistent team when it comes to go to the play zone. The objective is real. They do not want to fight at the beginning, at the mid game, but they can survive till the late game. But the problem is when you intend to play at the central, how can you defend yourself? And I think Pakistan today did it quite well at the first game because they can defeat it Chinese Taipei with a great gameplay.
I mean, like Chinese Taipei, I'm not really a big fan of them. Even though Donna is like a big fan of them,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, the way they play, if just too hesitant.
Too hesitant.
Because I've been casted their games back then as well. It feels like they haven't changed as much. It feels like they are a bit conservative when it comes to approaching certain combats, and they just not making as proactive rotation
yeah.
that they should be. They happen to be always like intend to overstay certain place for too long, even though they are already exploited or overexposed the position. They don't have a feeling that, you know what, because of we already exposed our position, we should move to another compound because people might actually take advantage of that, and they just didn't move from there.
Yeah, that's a big problem when it comes to fight and you just stacking around, even especially when the fight is going quite long. So yeah, the third party can come and then your position already revealed. And I really agree with you when it comes to a fight, especially for a long fight. You need to proactive. You need to send someone maybe to circling around to detect where is the exact position of the enemy. Then you can control your teammate to, you can go there. You stay here. You use the utility, some kind like that. Because I think for a Battle Royale game, you can't just rely on yourself.
You have
Right?
a team to
Yeah.
work with. There's a reason why there's 4 players, not 1.
Yeah,
That's a big reason for it.
that's true though.
Okay, so your pick is going to be Pakistan.
Pakistan.
My pick is going to be Senegal because how tall the player can be, it's like out of the world tall. But speaking of the other team now you mentioned about the teams that always play certain place, right? Now I want to highlight regarding Bahrain
Oh,
and
okay.
Saudi Arabia. Oh wow, that just happened. This place is haunted, maybe.
I guess so.
Okay, speaking of Bahrain, they are the type of team that love to be the one that coming in late and try to be third party, but it's just never successful.
Yeah.
Saudi always does that and successful enough, and they are the main team that use the sound of the guns and the fire shots to actually be their compass. Now, it's usually we saw that in pro teams in the pro league, but we don't see as much. Even the utility-wise, we don't have as much to be done here. Like we don't see like up to 30 smokes or 20-inch grenade. It's like so hard for it to see these players to use their utilities in action.
Yeah, it's only the first day when it comes to Saudi quite aggressive. They can get a lot of utility, but following after that, we do not see that in the game like this. But again, for me, when it comes to a fight, when you say it about the trajectory, about the bullet, the sound of the bullets, for me, it's also important to analyze how the elimination fit going on. So even though they are using the tournament room, which is player 1 eliminates player 2 and something like that, we do not know the exact team that we fought with. But when it reveals the team when they already got defeated and sent to the lobby, I think that's a good sign for you to see the opportunity. When the fight is over, you can come to the fight, like what Saudi did the previous match. Bahrain, I think, missed that kind of point when they did the third party. So yeah, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the second game of the day, which is my favorite map. So can we go now? Okay, so this is Miramar for you. Let's go.
We are finally flying in the desert dunes and the biggest map of them all, with almost 90% of land with the 8 by 8 kilometers cutting across Minas Gerais up to the southern part of El Pozo. That's going to be our flight path, evenly splitting the map into north and south.
Yep. This is a very good flight path for the players because they can go anywhere else. But again, when it comes to Miramar, you already mentioned about the area of the land is so wide, it's different with Erangel. They need the vehicle. Are they gonna fight with the vehicle or for the vehicle, or they already know how to handle it? Because the previous day, the first day, they are still fighting for the vehicle, and it's not good because again, the fight at the beginning sometimes or a lot of times will give you a bad impact.
That's kind of true, but it depends though. It depends.
Yeah.
If there's nobody else around the corner, I'm like, that's freebie. Why would you want to get it? It's like, especially if nobody can get any weapon. So that's going to be a trivia thing. But back to us at the circle. We're having on the northern part of the circle, which kind of in no man's land.
No man's land, yeah, because there isn't any big city, I guess, to that place. But again, we are back to the game Sri Lanka. I think they will go to the Cruz Deval area, which is good. But this is quite interesting coming from Sri Lanka because from the player's perspective, or from me, they are quite far away when it comes to the split. So when there's no one, it's good. But when there is someone near them, it is not a good situation for them.
And that's where scouts plays the most important part and role, because you know what? If you want open fire, your scout have to give you green light first. But sometimes the player's like, you know what, I see something. I don't care if you're a scout or not. I'm just going to open fire. And that's how it happens, the tragedy. The tragedy of being hammed down by two different teams.
You need to listen to your scouter. Maybe if it is at the beginning of the game or going up to the mid-game, you still can rely on yourself to shoot someone, especially when they are moving, and that's the opportunity you think is the best for take them down. But again, when it comes to the late game, there is someone need to command the teammate so they can play as a team, the body system working, and I really hope we can see a beautiful movement comes from the group A versus B.
Don't put your hopes too high. That's all I can say. Sometimes it gets disappointing. But also, and speaking of which, today is already the second day. And like there's going to be, they do have 6 matches per day for each of the team. But for A versus B, there's only 1.5 match left. So this is where they want to prove themselves. And definitely they have to rank up quite high today. It's starting off early today. I mean, like, we do have Saudi Arabia consistently getting themselves in the top 5. But we do have new contenders here. Brunei nowhere to be seen so far. Iraq and Pakistan have been really great. I'm talking about even, Pakistan, who have thought like how aggressive they can actually get. I think this for Iraq, Iraq is just too early. Always every single time to be eliminated.
Yeah, but the previous game, Iraq just proved us how they can play.
Yeah.
I mean, like they fight a lot, but still can go to the late game, even though only finish at the 4th position, but because the elimination,
13.
it helps a lot. Yeah, 13.
Is that the highest by far that we
Yeah,
actually
the
have?
highest. I think so far that's the highest for elimination. Or, so, let me check my data. Oh no.
I think
No. It's Saudi at Sanok, 17 elimination
Oh,
at the
wow.
first day.
I mean like 17. Okay, the total players we actually have here is 52 players.
Minus the 4 players, it's only 48.
I mean like the most, if you can, that's almost half already for the PUBG Mobile this division population.
Yeah, so
Almost 20.
almost 20 for the elimination. I think for the first day, Saudi dominating too much because I think coming from their experience, they can handle the game, they can handle the zone, they can handle the gameplay coming from the other team quite well because they play
Feels
from
like the circle's meant for them the entire day.
yeah.
I mean, like, they didn't actually be favored by Circle. If you look at it truly, like, from the start, they just fought themselves into this. They bulldoze people.
Yeah, they bulldoze people. They can play from the safe zone to the play zone quite well because they play like a step-by-step gameplay.
Yeah.
They just wiping the teams that they need. So yeah, they do not fight for the unworthy
Do
one.
they really need? Well, I mean, like, it's a luxury at
It's a
that point.
luxury, yeah.
It's a luxury. Actually, 17, that's a luxury on a different level. Now, we do have Senegal. Now, this is the team that I'm looking for. Jax. And who's the one that actually tore one? Do you know which player was
I
it?
still do not know actually.
I need to ask them personally because I never get to talk to them yet. But speaking of Mauritius, there's another team that actually struggles to adapt right now. Even the day one, we can see that they are struggling. Day two, right now, still nowhere to be seen. Now, what can be done in your perspective in their case?
For me, when it comes to team playing from the edge of the circle, the edge of the map, they intend to play at the very far drop spot. So I think the problem for this kind of team is finding the momentum. Sometimes they are going too early. They will having a fight with more than 2 or 3 teams. But if they go too late, it is very hard for them because a lot of team will do the gatekeep. So I think for a team like this, really need to understand the situation, analyze. Like I said earlier, it can be from the gunshot, it can be from the elimination fit, or yeah, kind of like that. So that way they can enter the zone at the right time.
Yeah, they need to be aware about what's happening, which team being eliminated first, so they can actually make themselves a direction to get into the safe zone. But on the side of Iraq, again, Kalaga as the first start, as always, now taking Libya team a bit of a go here. And this is what we mentioned about Iraq, right? They don't care if they don't get any chicken. They don't care about the position. All they care about is the elimination.
Yep. Kalaga even so exposed. He's on the open field with Mini 14 without scope.
He doesn't care.
Only red dot. Yeah, he just
It's
want
Kalaga.
to. Yeah, it's Kalaga. Kalaga just want to shot. Kalaga just won the elimination, and I think that's a good mentality somehow because the pressure is. The pressure coming from Iraq to the other team is not lowering down.
Now let me see where is Iraq players playing right now. Do they feel pressure or not?
Iraq players.
I mean, like they are all. Everybody's like digging into their phones right now. Literally, the phone is less than 10 centimeters from the face.
Yeah, maybe they just want to focus. They do not want to let the second day go because I heard earlier you say that it's very important for this day,
true.
right? Yeah,
That's true. It's a judgment day if they can make a gap or not. But Saudi almost did 7 knockdown. We're talking about nemesis. This is literally since the start last match as well. Saudi being chased down, Brunei Darussalam players, and now Brunei Darussalam players are doing the same thing to the Saudi players again, but this time they're not giving that too much space. Now Newbie and also another player of Brunei is going to be just Newbie and Chewy just moving as a duo towards the side of D7. While SK Tan spotted them from afar. Now that's going to be tough. Because right now, both in the same boat. Whoever shut down first the other, they're going to win this one.
This is what we discussed earlier when it comes to a fight and it comes to a long fight. Even sometimes the terrain disrupting you to fight so fast. A kind like this movement coming from Escaton is needed. He is circling around, and right now Brunei is not on the same boat anymore because there's only 2 men left.
I mean, they're forcing too much. If you ask me about Brunei's playstyle, they've been forcing last match. They have been taking unnecessary fights all over. Yeah, it's just they can just disengage. And Prestige is going to be an easy elimination. Zed got themselves 2 in the bag. There you go. Finish it off straight away. Not even a hustle. Not breaking even sweat with that mini 14 just now. SK Ton and the rest of them on top of Crater feel segregated and just making sure they got every corner covered. But the thing is, we do have Pakistan team on top of the Saudi just now.
Like I already mentioned, Pakistan, when it comes to the team, it's different with Iraq. Iraq team is like, I want to fight, I want to shoot, I want the elimination. But when it comes to Pakistan,
Punch them, yeah.
I just want to go to the play zone, wait all you guys, and beware of me at the late game.
Yeah, that's true. When it comes to Pakistan, I mean, like, they do have the idea of rotation, but they also have the technicalities when it comes to CQC or picking up a fight. But on the side of Sri Lanka, can they actually do the same here? Because Doom is moving forward, going against Samurai coming up from Senegal. It's going to be, there's going to be, Senegal players. They are actually clipping the blue zone as well. They've been gatekeep so hard at the edge of the circle. Susti and the rest of Sri Lanka making sure nobody will actually take advantage of them. They're playing with their backs against the blue zone. Just going to reunite before having it another go towards the center of the circle.
That was a very bad move, if I can say. Because when you do the fight with the others and you want to go from the fight itself, you do not expose your back because you can't do anything about it, especially when it comes to Senegal. There's no helping from the other teammates. I don't know, maybe they are in the middle of rotation because they just going to the cruise default, which is the position of Team Sri Lanka. And again, back to Pakistan, like I already mentioned, they just want to do the repositioning. They do not want to play even at the safe zone. They want at the play zone up until the till the late game also.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes maybe that was the scout. He
Yeah.
finished off. I mean, he was trying to do his job. I don't know if that's a scout or not, but definitely it's not a good start coming up from Senegal. 2 of them being eliminated. There's going to be a heavy casualty on both Brunei and Senegal to have a bit of a handicap in the second circle. We're not even done with the second circle, by the way, and still a long way to go. It's a huge map. And back to the side of, man, Brunei are not happy. They're taking the revenge straight to the doorstep of the Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, even 2 from Saudi just being taken down by Brunei. The place or the position of Brunei is so good. They have the highest elevation, and I think they have a good weapon also. Mini 14 with a good scope is really good to picking off players at the lower ground. So yeah, I think it's not only about the nemesis between Brunei and Saudi. We can call them arch nemesis maybe.
At this point, maybe.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the biggest nemesis you might actually have is going to be the circle. Imagine if you got
yeah.
yourself that high ground and then the circle's not happy to be in it. So you're like, good luck climbing down, man.
Yep. Especially only with 2 players. It's not that easy anymore when you're going down from the hill. It will be an easy shot, easy target from the other players. But I think the second day, it's quite different right now. It's not too chaotic. They already know how to handle the gameplay. And Bahrain, this is a team we discuss a lot. They already use a different method of gameplay, I guess. It's kind of similar with Pakistan while they are do the rotation up until the mid game.
But speaking of rotation-wise, we already pop a circle on top of local area. There's so many valleys there. That's going to be a bit of a problem if they want to choose themselves high elevations of grounds. Because if you don't get yourself a vintage point, and you're quite late, then good luck, have fun, try to hide in the valleys, because we're gonna know, and we definitely know for sure, a lot of players will be gatekeep so hard if you don't get the mountains there quick enough. Back towards the side of Azerbaijan, they got themselves the views towards the team that's just rotating in from the lower grounds. We do have Mauritius taking on Chinese Taipei. I'm not sure which part of the map that is. but also feels like they are retaliating as well. Kalaga, well, he got he got himself quite aggressive early start, but it feels like he's having a bit of a problem right now.
Yeah, Sky do have a good position right now, shooting towards the Chinese Taipei. 2 already down. One more try to help the other teammate open the door and still successfully. But I think from Mauritius, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
Mauritius, I think, committing to the compound because they already knew 2 of the players down, and this is their opportunity to do the fight.
Now, what I worry for Mauritius and also for South Chinese Taipei, we have one more
Oh.
team from the back. Oh, Vortex being shot down by Horshuan. He tried to make a play there. Horshuan can actually clutch upon the entire team. But don't forget, we have a third party coming in from the left side of the map here. You guys can see in the mini-map as well. Hong as the IGL. It's going to be Bahrain. Bahrain the backside. But we do have Azerbaijan there as well. It's going to be 4 teams staying at one place. Now, mention about Saudi always take gunfight as their compass. They are preaching and approaching towards this place.
Yeah. Like you already mentioned, just you mentioned the shooting coming from Saudi also. This is what we discussed earlier. When it comes to a zone like this, you need to have a very comfort place. So that way, I think the beginning, Mauritius and also the Chinese Taipei, they really want to contest the compound, and suddenly after that, all the teams around hear the gunshot. They want to join in. At least they want to interrupt the fight, and they are just already circling around the position of both of the parties.
But at the same time, whoever try to fight here right now, if they are in the lower ground, they got themselves, yes, the 4 walls for the buildings, but the thing is, you don't have the high grounds. You get circulated by these teams, including, well, you saw Salman and Hassan waiting up there. They're waiting for Saudi versus Azerbaijan right now, but Dami tried to push forward. They already lost SK Tan earlier, so it's going to be with a 3-man. But Azerbaijan have no clue that there's only 3. Look at how they're taking the fight here. They be so pressured. All 4 of them are actually cowering in their compound. Look at how aggressive Saudi Arabia can get.
I just want to mention that there is a different on mentality when it comes to the Azerbaijan. 2 of the players already proning. They do not do the proactive gameplay that need to be done. Even though the other 2 players already go to the top, but they
should have been here.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They need to go to the top and shooting toward the Saudi. But I think Saudi also have the idea because they are not in a good position. There's a hill in front of them, so they put a lot of smokes. They just smoking around.
I know why they're not taking the small hill, because Bahrain have been eyeing out and they'd be shooting down as well. And they got themselves that hill that we talked about.
Waldo.
It's gonna be Walud.
Walud? Not
Yeah,
Waldo.
yeah, Walud.
Sorry.
So it's okay. I'm confused as well sometimes. Well, Walud taking himself that high ground. Azerbaijan realized that they're not going to win it. They tried to build it, but from the pan to the fire, we said Sharif being knocked down by the side of, I think those coming out from the high ground. It's going to be Bahrain for sure. And that back towards the side of Bahrain, they try to get into the circle, but the problem is that they're not in the safe zone. Though you don't want to be late into the party because it's going to be the 5th phase. You get gatekeep again.
Coming for Azerbaijan, I think it's a very risky movement. They already knew Saudi there. They already heard coming from Bahrain. But what they did, they just moving around to the lower ground without any defense. But again, back to Pakistan. This is what I'm talking about. When you're already at the center of the map, it intends to be contested by the other team. Right now coming from the Libya, Zeus being taken down with a Pain, coming from Pain with the nade right now. Vaz still do the boosting, but I think a fight like this will be quite long and the utility will be very important.
Yeah, hopefully there's no other third party coming in. The Korea taking out on Vietnam side. Zeus cannot be helped at all. He's begging for his life, bleeding out, but there's no way his teammate can actually help him with what they have. Only 1 smoke and no grenades ever can be used. Not even a Molotov to actually open up the space for his teammate. Yeah, I think one should either build this one, go for this engagement. If not, they might actually having a bigger loss at this point. Look at how many teams already circling them outside as well.
Yeah, lack of utility is so hard for Team Libya right now, even though it's only 2 players left. And like you already mentioned before, all the area, especially the high ground, already controlled by a lot of team. Even at the southern part, when it comes to the elimination fit, I just realized Saudi contested by Chinese Taipei. And I think Chinese Taipei just want to prove them they are strong. And Iraq just played so well at the previous game. Right now, they lost their timing, they lost their aggression, and they just went to the lobby the first at this game.
And like Kalaga, Yeah.
Kalaga. Kalaga, you need to chill down, man.
Yeah, he's just too aggressive too early on, attracting way too much attention. But back to the side of, we mentioned Bahrain, Saudi, and there's also Azerbaijan previously, Chinese Taipei around the corner, and there's also Pakistan nearby. Now, so far, they got themselves 2 elimination. Eskitson already down, but Prestige, the one who's making a call. But Dami being taken up by Bahrain, Choto. It's always Choto who starts first the fight here. We do have Waldo and Hassan waiting on the high ground. 1-2-1 trade between Prestige and also Waldo. But Prestige being knocked down. This can be, is this the first time we're looking at Saudi Arabia might actually be eliminated quite early?
I totally agree with that. And that just happened. No, still with a low HP, but I think this is the end. Salman will go towards the player from Saudi, but D7 still want to hold, but he can't. And this is history, because from the previous day, even the first game, we haven't seen Saudi back to the lobby quite fast. And at Miramar right now, it changed it all.
Yeah, the moment the entire team of Saudi Arabia being actually finished off, you can hear the buzz of the players chatting behind us. Just, oh, really, that happened. I mean, sorry, I knocked the mic just now. But back to the side of Brunei, you know what? There might be the arch nemesis for the side of Saudi when it comes to fighting early fights or early combats. But the real kryptonite, I have a feeling for Saudi right now, is going to be Bahrain.
Ooh, the real kryptonite. Even they prove it with a close combat fight. And I think it's quite equal, because 4 for Bahrain and 3 for Saudi, but we are moving around Vietnam. This team, I already mentioned at the first day, they're quite strong because they are at the same team for a long time. Eagle itself, even though right now they are in a pinch situation, they play at the open field terrain. They do not have the compound, but they play the utility quite well. With the smokes, they can hide for a while. But I think South Korea also want to show their quality, because South Korea need it because at the beginning of the day, or the first or the second day right now, they're at the 15th position.
Definitely the team of Korea got themselves an airdrop. They got quite a luxury of items here. But back to the side, GG boys, it's going to be versus taking down one of the main Terminator coming up from Brunei. It's going to be Shako. On the side of Korea, they try to make way towards the side of a Vietnam team. But it's just Vietnam is trying to jump forward. But whatever they have right now, the AUGs, their level 3 of gears and everything, is just too much for the Vietnam to handle. And they need to wrap things up quite fast for the side of Korea. They need to make it swift, as they might have to move forward later on. Or it might be just another team trying to come up from the flank side. So Uriel trying to buy more time for the team. We'll try to spot out where are the rest of Vietnam players. We need to try to move forward to help, but I'm not sure if they can make it up for Vietnam.
Unfortunately for Vietnam, the utility is not on point. The nade, the smoke, even right now South Korea still stands strong, because already reduced all the things that can Vietnam throw towards the South Korea. But again, another nade. They still have 5. Winnie, how many ammunition he got or he take for his backpack? Because the nade's 5 is actually quite heavy.
Yeah. But I mean, like, if that's his main, I mean, like, he might just toss over the grenades.
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
like, I mean, I love nades over ammunition right now in this case, because how small the circle can be, and we still have 5. There's still a circle 5, 10 more teams to go. Back to the side of Korea, Uriel. I mean, like, they got himself the airdrop just now, definitely, if you look at the items. But back to Tuamzi as the last player of, maybe the last player of Vietnam. Yep, it seems like the other one being knocked down. He still tried to fight himself through.
Yeah.
Now, if I were Tuamzi, I'd try to stay quiet and just play for position right now.
Yeah, again, when you already left alone, you can't do a lot of things again, because your teammates already went to the lobby. But Tuanzi, I agree with you, Chuchu. I think he's laid on right now. Wait for the momentum, but so sorry for you, Tuanzi, because Big Star has the bigger brain, I guess.
And the bigger gun.
The bigger gun, also M249, to look around. Where is this last guy? I really want the elimination.
I'm not sure Tuanzi actually do have any smokes just now. I'm surprised how much utility these guys actually have. I'm not sure it's enough that we usually witness. It's always like during this time we still have, should have 5 smokes minimum. because you know how important smoke is when it comes to last few circles. Example here, when it comes to Brunei's want to push forward, Piassau, he can't actually try to push easily inside. He didn't have any smoke. Big shot down from behind. Who are they shooting them? It's going to be coming out from Bahrain again. Walud is going to be just trying to push forward, shredded his vest, almost his own helmet. Still secures Piassau, and that's going to be Brunei eliminated again.
I think Walud really changed the game of Bahrain. The confidence coming from Walud when it comes to fighting Saudi. Right now, Brunei, two big names at the top too.
They are the kryptonite.
Yeah, the kryptonite. I think not Bahrain, but Walud himself.
Yeah, Walud is just the nerve for Brunei and Saudi Arabia team right now. If Walid is done, I mean, like, then they can easily be happy about it.
Yeah.
They need to make sure that Walid is down first before they start the game.
But again, they do not know who is Walud. But back to the game, Pakistan. Chuchu, this is how I mentioned earlier. They just play to the late game with the compound. This is so Pakistan gameplay, and they are really in a good situation right now. They can shooting around the teams, and Bahrain, when they want to go down from the hill, it is not easy. Pakistan shooting towards them. South Korea, Chinese Taipei, and I think Libya also did the same. So that way, yeah.
But if you compare with Libya, it's so quiet coming out from the very conservative play because they only got 2 with heavy casualty quite early on. They're being ambushed early. But if you compare with Sri Lanka, now it's Sri Lanka again. They got themselves in the last match in the top 2. Saying this for already somebody wanted to have it a go. Uriel managed to knock down on 1. Chinese Taipei is still stuck in the corner. We're down to 5 teams. Big Star with a mini 14, tapping it out, hoping to explode that vehicle so they cannot even move for the Chinese Taipei team to get into the circle. That is smart, ingenious play by Big Star.
Yep, again, a big brain coming, big gameplay coming from the Big Star himself. He knows Chinese Taipei will use the vehicle to move toward the circle, even though Chinese Taipei still have buggy, but again, they still have 3 players, so that way they will be sacrificed. Who will be 1 player left behind, and the 2 players will try their best to go toward the circle.
Hopefully that sacrificial lamb will be worth it for these guys, though, because it feels like they're kind of stuck in a corner. Hopefully not the entire team to be jeopardized. One shot managed to have a bit of a retaliation against Uriel. Definitely he's not happy about that. Hong and the rest of the team of Chinese Taipei managed to reset here. We're talking about 3v2, v2, v1, v2. The only team with the most men, never mind Pakistan managed to reset as well. It's going to 3v3 for these 3 teams, including for Chinese Taipei. Shark just going to spray over to the side of Uriel. Another knockdown on Rio almost. We're Will on the ground first. Oh, that's going to be double down. Left with only Big Star. Now can Shark make a big play and clutch it out for the Chinese Taipei?
Oh my God, but unfortunately for Chinese Taipei, even though they are the one who knocking the player from South Korea, a good revenge, but Pakistan, this is my moment. They are knocked down, but the elimination for us. Okay, back again to the Big Star. Big Star right now is the only one from South Korea that still can shooting toward the Chinese Taipei, but the smoke is there. They still can cross the path. 2 players already on the zone, but the last or the one left behind. Shark with a good M4 before he just left alone, and even Big Star. What a great revenge again coming from Chinese Taipei.
I mean, like, can they actually do this? Now, we're looking at Pakistan with 10 eliminations already. Now, this is a very scary prospect coming out from Chinese Taipei, only 2. Where is the Libya players? Where are they? There's going to be one shot and Rawi still waiting. They should have gone out early. They're just trapping themselves in the last minute blue zone here. Why didn't they move when they had the space? They got it.
Yup. And the nade coming from Huo Xuan again. What an experienced player. The nade is connected. One more from Libya, and I think the movement is clear. This is not what I think Libya need to do, because when you revive at the same place when your friend knocked down, it is very obvious for team Chinese Taipei, but I really like from Pakistan, they do the precautions. They already move toward the circle because they know the circle will shifting and look and fast. But the nade again from Huo Xuan. He's really good with the utility, Chuchu.
What a Kobe just now. Huosha making so much space for the entire team of Chinese Taipei. He literally giving such pressure towards Libya and at the same time the Pakistan and still giving it a go. But at the same time, he don't have enough anymore. He's running out of utilities. Hong tried to make a call here. He might actually jump shot at it. And Huosha already moved himself. Vast spots it out. Straight away prodding down. He's really low. One shot taken on Huosha. This is the moment for Pakistan to move forward. This is the advantage here because nobody giving the attention towards Pakistan.
Yup. But Libya take the chance first, shooting towards the Chinese Taipei. But Hong, I think, still undetectable. But coming from Libya last with only one player, Hong still defending around. But Libya, that's the end for them. This is it. 2 versus 1 situation. Hong still defending, but again, it stops. But where's the... Oh, Libya still have one player. 1v1 situation right now, but still. Libya!
How?
Oh my God, Libya!
Lose control.
Oh my...
What a play, man! That was 3v1. What? How did that happen? I mean, like, okay, that was a big moment for these guys. One of the main reason, Chinese Taipei, they were being shot down by the side of the Libya team, but being stolen away by the Pakistan for the elimination. And then the Pakistan had more men, and Libya only have Rawi left. But I managed to clutch it out. They got the chicken. The Libya got the chicken.
I'm really confused, Chuchu. I mean, like, when Pakistan, one of the players already do the flank towards the compound, I guess all the players from Libya already went to the lobby. But there's
still
one more.
I was trying to find where is the last person.
That was a big gameplay. And really helps Libya because for the chicken dinner, 15 points. Is really huge for them.
It's definitely going to equal out the odds. We're talking about them not having as much elimination as the side of Pakistan team, and that's going to be really redempting. It's going to be redeeming their points when it comes to compare with the elimination points, and they have quite a number of eliminations too.
Yeah. Fun fact: Libya started the day at the position of 12, which is not or still not what can go to the grand final because it's only 11 teams that will go to the grand final. But with this winner chicken dinner, I think it will help them a lot. And next, we are going to the highlight for an amazing gameplay, and we want to see how Libya actually can survive and got the winner chicken dinner.
We're going to start off with Saudi versus Brunei as the art nemesis. Now we're going to have Kalaga, as always, coming from Iraq to do his thing.
Yeah, his work.
Just because he's Kalaga.
Yeah.
And then even though they get eliminated first, but he's Kalaga as always. Back towards the side of Azerbaijan. Now Saudi has been not really demolishing. It's more towards trying to flush every single compound they can actually find. But now it's a bit punishing for them.
Oh yeah.
Because they lost quite early on for heavy casualty. And then they got eliminated for the entire team. It's so rare, especially Bahrain. We mentioned about Bahrain. Bahrain is just the big, the big team demolisher.
Demolisher, yeah. I think for Saudi right now, they need to reduce their aggression because coming to the second day, a lot of teams, I think most of the team already knew how to handle the situation. And when they already have their, game style that they need to do, and they are commit about that. And Saudi still playing aggressive around, fighting all the compounds. I think it will be a very bad situation coming for Saudi if they still be like this.
Yep. Next one, after we're done with the highlight, we finally get to see the match tracking about how much elimination we can really secure for each of the teams just now. Because if you look at, is it going to be enough with that chicken dinner to overtake Pakistan? No, I don't think so. 13 elimination with 12 points of round. They got himself second plus the highest elimination. If they compare it with Libya, well, they are the teams that actually the most quiet. If they compare with the other three teams just now.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I misrecall. So Libya is only left with only 2 players, right? So they are quite boldly coming to the compound from Pakistan because they want that compound. They want to secure themselves up until a high placement point. So that way they are not do too much, I can say. They are not shooting towards all the other players around the compound, but they are just waiting. And 2 elimination with 15 placement, I think is not bad for only 2 players left.
I mean, that's quite still a big moment for them. Back to the side of the other teams, so we're talking about here. Today feels like Sri Lanka Pakistan Day. Honestly speaking, they've been really performed for the past past 2 games. But the elimination is still going to be a standard one. But we are having a breakthrough when it comes to the longest elimination.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Bahrain, who actually the kryptonite for Bhutan and Saudi.
This is the new record, I guess, because the latest one is 399 meters, but right now Hassan, with the Hassan gameplay, a good one, longest distance elimination, 405 meters. What a great gameplay. And 2 airdrop looted. Fun fact, the next one, or the second airdrop looted, is actually coming from Chinese Taipei at the very late game. He got the vest, he got the helmet. I think the weapon is MK14. So that way that player do not want the weapon. I still want my M4. I guess, kind of like that lah.
Yeah, I mean, like, it depends on luck sometimes. You know, you have to agree. It's all down to luck at the last minute. But back to the side of Pakistan, Libya, and Chinese Taipei, Korea. Now, this is going to be the top 4 team to be watched out for when it comes to Mirama. But we mentioned earlier, when it comes to utilities, it's not as much as we hope it will be. We never seen the 20s anymore. We hardly see the utility of smoke being really used by these players, like how we used to see in the Pro Team. I mean, like Molotov aside, less than 5 is pretty normal. But for grenade and especially smoke, it's so vital for them to have it, especially in the last minute.
Yeah, because it can control the situation. It's not
it
only
changes the situation.
It changes. It's not only for your the block vision from the other, but it can do as much as pressure, like what Vietnam need at the late game. They need the smoke and nade to press towards the South Korea, but they failed it because the utility is not enough.
Is it something to do with the patch recently, or is it just no time for them? Because right now it feels like they're really in the need of that, especially speaking of a Vietnam team. They love to play it very slow. They are more crucial and more dire in need of the smoke, especially we talk about it's not just about to survive, it's not just about eluding enemies coming up from their vision, it's also about building up the bridge of smoke to push and flush any compound they need in case of a need, like the blues are coming in, like you don't have to make an entrance.
Yeah, that's the fact, ladies and gentlemen. You really need the utility for, especially for the late game, or to do the pressure towards people inside the compound. What Filipina lacks, I think it is not like of the quantity, because even Winnie has 5 nades.
It's all about timing as well.
It's about timing and also about the precision when you threw the net. So that way, when I do the analysis for the game, for players right now, especially when you want to go to the pro scene, you need to maximize your utility skills. You can use the 180 degrees technique to throw the utility. You can't always expose yourself when you throw the utility.
Most of them are like, willingly, hey, I'm here, I'm just cooking up the nade, like in 3 seconds more I will toss it. I mean, like, everyone can see you there. And they got shot down easily. But for smoke, it's really so important, because why? It's 15 to 20 seconds of illusion of smoke. But like it or not, we right now have also a smoking hot host waiting for us on the stage, and she's really energetic, none other than our friend Brenda. Take it away, Brenda.
Thank you so much to our caster. There has Eldoge and also Choo Choo. And congratulations to Libya! Okay, so we'll just see the second match for today. And I believe you cannot wait to see the next match in this stage. So, as we can see, for the match is very exciting. And I believe you can wait to see the next match that we are going to see in no time. But before that, we would like to have a break first. So for all of you, please stay tuned in IESF 14 World Esports Championship Bali 2022.